So we got a gaggle of kids behind us today.
We certainly do.
We're not their teacher, I promise.
No, we're just walking on the street, and it's that time of day where kids go home to eat lunch.
Yeah.
Because their grandparents have gone to fetch fresh vegetables and couriered them to their house.
Yep. It's also that time of day that's incredibly disgustingly hot, and we're wearing leather jackets outside in the humidity at about 30 degrees.
No, that's because this is ADVChina.
Yeah, I drank a little bit too much last night, and I'd like to get a coffee. What do you say?
Yeah. What do you mean you drank? We drank.
We drank, sorry.
Yeah.
You want to go to Starbucks?
Well, we don't have a Starbucks around here, but we have a T-Bucks.
Oh, T-Bucks, a cheap knockoff. A very, very
Which
cheap
for
knockoff.
some reason has a lot of branches all over the place. So it's a very successful knockoff.
Yep, it's also in Taiwan apparently.
Yeah, cool. Is it though, or are they just saying that because they like to say things like it's in Taiwan?
Remember, I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling.
Bloody spy.
Who are you accusing of being a spy?
For the first time on ADVChina, we're actually going to cover a topic as it's happening.
Yeah.
Tell us about this law.
Well, okay. Yesterday and the day before, no, it started yesterday, didn't it? People kept sending me links to this article, and well, I'd seen the article anyway, about the fact that Beijing is now offering up to 500,000 RMB cash money reward or monetary incentive to basically report or rat out any spies, foreign spies that are, working against China and trying to, cause China problems.
I was getting that link sent to me left, right, and center by like my Chinese friends, and some people were writing "Rest in peace, Winston." Good luck walking around with your drone and your suit,
I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of timely because I've just released that communist spies try to shut me down video. Oh, by the way, a lot of people misunderstood. They thought that I was talking about the security guards that were talking to me.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I was talking about the evil uncles.
Right.
They are the communist spies.
I think they're doing Mao's work, walking around, ratting you out,
Yeah, it's unfortunate. This whole spy on your neighbor nonsense, I've never liked it.
No, I think, I don't know, it's very 1984. But the weird thing is that we're going to get retorts from people that say you think the CIA doesn't do stuff and blah, blah, blah. The whole point is that in China, they're giving money to normal citizens to go and find these spies, right?
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I think is absolutely ridiculous, is that when they put up previously, remember they put up the propaganda poster of the comic?
Yeah,
And it was like a
foreigner.
woman, falling in love with a foreigner.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that do you think Western nations or other nations are gonna send spies to China that look white
And that wear suits
and
like
wear
James
suits?
Bond?
I mean, clearly they send over people that look at least Asian, right, and speak fluent Chinese. Otherwise, why would they send someone over for Central Intelligence? I thought that was a bit ridiculous.
Also, on top of that, if I was going to be a spy, you were going to be a spy, we surely wouldn't be posting public videos on YouTube to say, hey, guys, I'm a frickin' spy in my James Bond suit filming myself in public. I think it'd be a little bit more discreet.
Right. Now, before jumping the gun, everyone's really worried about us, and they're like, you should postpone your next TV show and all this kind of stuff. Things like this tend to get blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I really do think the foreign media is really running with this one, because it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a crazy news story, and this doesn't really happen elsewhere, but I don't know how far it's actually going to go. And apparently there's clauses in the law that say, if you misreport, then, you'll be held
but not if
accountable.
you do it in good faith or...
Yeah, it was good faith mistakes are okay.
Yeah, so, Anyway, I've actually seen this kind of thing negatively impact my life in the past with, for instance, traffic laws in Shenzhen, where they decided that they would give...
Sorry,
yeah,
the hot girl walked by.
Yeah. They decided that they would give monetary incentives if you report people doing bad traffic violations. So people were actually...
There's a button on the dash cam some of them have, and then it reports that stuff.
Well, it's not that. They can take a photo with their phone, anything, and just send it to the police's Weibo, and then they get 50 RMB reward.
Right.
But it was causing people to actually on purpose go and make people...
It became a little hobby job.
Yeah. People would go and drive on purpose slowly and block traffic so that other cars would go past them on the white line so they could get money, and they were milking it and posting on Weibo, look, I made 300 RMB today, type thing. So I can only see this being a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it from the perspective of national security. Every country wants to protect the borders and keep their citizens safe and stuff. And yeah, China's no different, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the way that it's always let's stir up the masses to get angry again. And I'm getting pissed off at this because all it does is make our lives more difficult. It makes more snarky comments behind our back. It makes more people like, oh, look at that foreigner. I wonder if he's a spy. I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to hear that anymore.
One thing that people need to know, and this is for all you Chinese guys who watch our videos, is that the police already know exactly where I live and they visit me often.
Right.
Okay? You don't get it as much because you're an American, but as a South African, they often have crackdowns on illegal foreigners, right?
Yeah, because like Africans will typically do illegal work in China.
Yeah, or they'll overstay their visas or whatever. The thing is, you have to register yourself with the local police. Okay.
The PSP.
Yeah, and what you do is you get a temporary residence permit thing, okay? And it says on there, on my one, it's got notes written in Chinese, because I go get it and I can read the notes, and it says, he can speak Chinese, he has a business in Hong Kong, he has a this and a that, he studied there, and it's got all the information about me that they know. They just put it down in the notes, right?
Right.
And the thing is, they've come to my door at least 3 or 4 times, and it'll be usually late at night because they want to try catch you out, and they'll knock on my door at sort of 10, 11 at night, and it'll be a bunch of police, like 8, 9 of them, and they'll come in and they'll be like, hey, show us your passport, you know, 护照拿来. Thank you very, very much. 谢谢啊. Nice coffee. And they'll want to see my passport and my papers. Now, it might sound scary to some foreign Western people out
normal,
there.
Yeah.
It's just totally normal. Ah, cool. Here's the cheese.
You know, it's not
thing.
normal. It's cheese coffee.
I know. I gotta
cheese
try.
Tea, sorry.
Okay, I gotta try this out. Give me a second. It's nice.
Is it?
Yeah. It's kind of like a heavy cream.
Oh, okay.
Just tastes like a heavy cream with a little bit of a savory hint. It's actually very nice.
Interesting. Well, the more you know.
Anyway, what you do have to understand is when you decide to go live in a foreign country, you have to abide by their laws.
Of course.
And in China, the law is, as a foreigner, you have to register where you stay. Right? Simple. And so it's just a consequence of coming and living and working here. Is, you know, you might have the police knocking on your door to check that your papers are in order.
That's true.
It's happened to me about, like I said, 4 or 5 times since I've moved to China.
They just come right in your house.
Yeah, they come to my house. So why I'm saying that is all you Chinese guys out there who are like, oh, yes, let me report him. Maybe I can earn some money. There's no point. They know where I live already.
Right.
And, you know, everybody in my building knows, hey, there's a foreigner there.
I mean, yeah, to build off that, I think that, you know, everyone that's concerned for us doesn't have any reason to be alarmed because we're not spies. So it doesn't really matter. And I just think that the way that these kind of laws are implemented always serve to make people angry for the wrong reasons and give foreigners even a worse image in China because people misinterpret it, right?
Yeah.
Clearly, they do want to catch spies. Go for it, right? But you're looking in the wrong places if you think some pleb or some IE living in a Beijing hutong is going to go out and find some like extra super high intelligence information to be able to lead to a 500,000 RMB report, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest problem I have with this is, yeah, maybe the high scale like rewards make sense because they have to lead to an arrest of a spy. However, the low end ones just have to lead in aiding preventing spying, right?
So what is that exactly?
I think it was like 10,000 RMB or something. But so what is the definition of that? Maybe it's like, oh, you know, you helped us put the law into action by reporting, so we're going to give you money.
That foreigner, he may have gone and done something.
Right.
I mean, it's a bit too open-ended, but at the same time, the article's just come out.
Right.
It could be a bad interpretation of what the article or the
it's
law
probably
is.
sensationalized. It's probably not going to be anything, to be honest.
So
Don't worry.
the reason why we're making this video is to address it because you guys have been sending so many messages
Literally
our way.
all day and all night for the past 2 days. It's been insane.
Yeah. So we want to let you guys know that if we disappear, if I don't put up a video in a week, because I always put up at least 2 videos every week. So if I disappear, you'll know what happened.
If we're in detention for some reason.
Yeah. Then you can send money to my patrons so that my wife can bail me out.
Yeah, pay us bail. Jokes aside, there's nothing to worry about. I really wouldn't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Is that growing on you?
I like it.
Do you?
I think it's awesome. It's weird, but it's nice.
I can't have dairy, but it looks.
It's really,
I
really,
would
really
never
nice.
put cheese on tea.
Yeah, but it works.
But it works.
Yeah, it's
Fair
more.
enough.
It's kind of more like a, cheesecake tasting thick cream.
Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense then.
It's not like Gouda or Gouda, whatever you say, or cheddar. It's not like
not
grated.
Parmesan.
Yeah, it's not. It's not blue cheese.
Oh, that would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow, nice horns, guys.
Yeah.
Enjoying this beautiful balmy day at T-Bucks.
You know, a guy commented on one of my videos once, and I think it was our video when we were talking about noise or something in China, and he was like, "You faked those horns. Where did you go in China to get all those horns? You added that, you know?" I'm like, "No, dude, that's just the way it is."
Why would you add horns?
I don't know. Did I call up all my Chinese friends and tell them to come in their cars and all?
You
know,
coordinated a big horn brigade. Jeez.
Anyway.
Some people. Anyway, yeah. For the most part, everything else is going good.
Yeah.
I'd say.
It's awesome.
I don't like when articles like this come out.
Me neither.
But
It's,
at the end of
it's
the day,
incredibly silly and negative. I don't think China has a big spy problem.
if they do, we wouldn't freaking know about it.
No, exactly. And surely that's something that should be left up to the police.
Yeah, not the normal citizens. That's what I'm going to end that with. My point is you don't make normal people go do police work. It's not cool.
The thing is, my biggest problem is that because China has such a vast demographic, right? Like there are millions of people around here that are all amazing, awesome people. But
Right.
there's also millions of people that are like real low class scumbags
Wanna get some
who will
money,
sell their
exploit.
parents away for 10 RMB, you know, and steal children and sell their kids or whatever.
There's criminals.
Those are the kind of people that are probably going to try and report just an
Exploit
average
this,
Joe on the street. Like, oh look, there's an English teacher teaching in that kindergarten. He must be a spy.
Right.
Anyway.
Again, I don't want to buy into it if it turns out to all be bullshit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I really don't want to.
Anyway, link to the article below.
Yeah. There's a bunch. Yeah.
And that's it for this one.
Yeah.
We're staying incredibly positive, drinking our cheese tea.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode, which will be on Monday. And if it's not, you know where to find us.
Okay.
Cheers. Stay awesome.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked